Can see. And I said, go live. Let's get ready to do this. I'm always doing something. I don't feel like, you ever feel like just don't be insane today? Today I just don't. I don't really want to. So let's do this really, really quick. Let's do a countdown. Mm, mm. Here we go. All right. There we go. Y'all can't see me. Y'all can't see me. My camera's up, but let me show y'all how to make a gang sheet in Canva. Real quick. So I'm gonna share. Oh my goodness, a lot of y'all. Oh, you know, see, I'm playing. This is a lot easier for me to do it this way, so you won't be able to see my face. The YouTube video is actually uploading now, for real, for real. So give me a minute. My phone just died in the middle of it, so I got to do it a little bit differently. Um, okay. So let's get into it. Can I see your comments? All right, let's get into it. So I'm gonna share my screen. Let me get off some of my personal stuff. Hold on. Oh wait. Okay, cool. Let me share my screen. Yeah, we're gonna share my Canva screen. What up? All right, so y'all can actually see what I see. This is my Canva. One of the things that I get asked a lot of the time, a lot of time, is how to create a gang sheet, how many images fit. The only thing I can answer is I know how to create a gang sheet. There's no set amount of images that could actually fit onto a gang sheet. So there's no standard. So if someone's telling you you can fit a certain amount, I never guarantee how many images because everybody's images are different. Um, so if I'm making sense, that yeah, you're making sense. Y'all gonna see me flip flop a little bit, back and forth. Okay, cool. Y'all still can see it. This is great. All right. So, anyways, one of the most commonly sold sizes of gang sheets is a 22 by 60, and right behind that is a 22 by 72. So that's 22 inches wide by 6 feet or 5 feet in height, just depends. So I tell people when they first get started, you're going to go to custom size. You're going to change this to the 22 by 60 and make sure this says inches. Once we are here, the reason why I can't tell you how many images fit, because some of you guys' images are longer, some are shorter. You may have rectangles, you may have squares. Trying not to go down too far. Yep. So let's say we have something like this. Let's take the background out. Y'all get to see some of my new characters. I didn't post these yet. Um, and then I'm just gonna grab something random from what I use. I don't know the number 3. So the problem is that somebody's going to say, like, how many can fit? Who knows? Because this image here, I always tell people you have negative space. And when you're doing this, Canva is accounting for all this negative space. And realistically, this is not 13 inches. So you need to crop this in as close to the image as possible without doing this. Because I'll print it just like that. And so we do that to all of our designs. And as you can see, now Canva is telling us it's 9.9 or almost 10 inches by 17, which is really long, but we're going to not harp on that right now. So the biggest thing when it comes to a gang sheet Y'all hearing me? Hey, girls. Biggest thing it comes to when it's a gang sheet is you want to make sure you pull this, and this is how you size it. Whatever size you use in silhouette, whatever size you use in sublimation, whatever size you use in Cricut, none of that changes because inches do not change. So let's just say this is an 8-inch wide image. There we go. 8.1 is fine. And then I only need this to be, maybe it's going in the pocket. Let's do 3.5 inches. Let's get close. 3.4 is close enough. So this is why I can't tell you how many because I don't know how many of each one you need, and I'm not that great at math. I can add, subtract, and multiply, but trying to calculate square footage based upon nope, because these are all different sizes. So the goal is a gang sheet is to fit as many as you possibly can and to arrange them in such said form. So you don't want to do something like this because I have clips and my clips come in about here on each side. So what happens is you when you design to the edge or to my clip, there's a high chance it's going to be cut off. So I always say just leave some space on the edges. This is kind of cutting it close, but that would be no, that's too close. Move that over. And then if you had 5 of these, you just will make 5 individual copies. And the goal is you don't want to make sure they do not touch because if you do this, I'm printing this just like this. Because you arrange it that way. I don't know, you may want to print it that way. So you don't want them to touch because you're going to still have to heat press these and you want to have the ability to maneuver around. Another thing you can do to fit more into a sheet is you can do something like this. We can take this and turn this to the side at 90 degrees. Or we could take her and flip her sideways. I truly don't care. As long as you fit what you need to fit on there without, and don't do this to the top either. It's going to get cut off. So you always want to give yourself space. And I am very good at arranging gang sheets. I just don't want to. But you can do something like this, okay? So this way you can actually fit more of these number threes if need be. So the goal is to fit as many as you can using the same size format that you've always been using. It's just putting multiple images on one sheet. So if you needed this at, I don't know, 10.5, and you needed 4 of these, it's 1, 2. I'm not in control of the images, you are. There's your 4. And then this is how you'll know how many of your images can fit on the sheet. I just know so far that you have at least 7, 10, something like that. That's 4. That is another 4. So you have 10 images on this one sheet and you still have room for more. Once you are done and you're saving this as a gang sheet or as an image, you're going to go to share, download, and you're going to slide this up for me. Don't forget to do this. So cha-cha to the right. Make sure it's a PNG. A JPEG will always, always put the white background back. I print with white ink, and so when you save it as a JPEG, you're asking me to put all my white ink onto a rectangle and print it. I don't want to do that, but I want you to save it as a PNG, slide it to the right, and hit transparent background and hit download. We're going to pretend that we filled this up all the way. Once you have filled this all the way up with your images and you saved it as a transparent PNG, let me check on y'all real quick. Let me check. We good? Custom size, I always recommend, that's a good one. Custom size that I recommend for a lot of people is to start off. I mean, if you don't have many, you could do, I'm going to show you guys a 22 by 48. You can do a 22 by 36. But if you start to see that you need more, I just say the most common used size, but that's not the only one. So let me pull up this 2 times. I'm gonna share my screen again. Hey, boo. I don't. Let me. How can I say it? That's a good question. I print what is given, but I stay away from them people. So from a printing standpoint, I try my hardest. If it's copywritten, you will barely ever see me post it. If it is anything Disney, Nike, all of those things, y'all, I barely, rarely ever post them. Those are not my images. And I don't play with them people like that. But if you want to and you send it to me or it's uploaded in there, I'm just a printer, but I do not supply any copyright images. Um, just because I'm scary. All right, so my bad. So let's go back here. I'm gonna share my screen. DTF gang sheets. All right. So after you get your 22 by 60, so that's out of 22 by 24, you can start off small, just any increments of 12 for me, okay? And you would choose a 22 by 60 and choose your image, choose local image, find that file. Okay, let's see, I don't know what's on this computer. Find that file, and then you will upload it and you will check out. Now, for people that want to use the gang sheet builder, okay, so let's say we just checked out. There is a DTF gang sheet builder, but also on the side, guys, right underneath this same listing, I get asked this question a lot. I've attached a size chart. My recommended sizes. I don't can't tell you what else on the internet out there. This is just what I've used and been using for years. This is what the group endorses. So these are the sizes that I use. If you use anything other than that, that's fine. But you waste more money when you're doing 12-inch t-shirts for a medium shirt. Like, I don't think that's necessary. Again, I'm going to print it, but you're using way more of the film. So there's that. So we would go to, I think what I was saying. I'm gonna type in builder. I'm gonna tag that up here. And let's go to the DTF gang sheet builder. When we're on, I also offer UVDTF. It's the same thing. UVDTF is anything that is not for apparel. So DTF is apparel only. UV, when you put the U in it for it, that means you can only use it for everything that's not apparel. That's the way I like to describe it. Um, so this is the builder. If you're someone who doesn't know how or you don't want to use Canva and you don't want to mess up, I always say try the builder. Starting grain sheet. You're gonna start a new one. And so let's say you don't want to do the 22 by 60, you can change it to the 22 by 24. The system is gonna change it. It's already has the background. My margin is already set. And then you can upload those same images. Let's do this. You can upload your same images, or I also have images inside of the gallery. Again, y'all, I don't anything that you see on here won't be anything copywritten. So if you want to use anything that is licensed, you will have to insert it into this builder yourself. But I don't know, why is this my name here? I'm like, why is it my name? Okay. So yeah, so there are some in here, if you want to go through and explore them. I will be uploading more this week, but these are some of the ones that are in here. So anyways, let's say you want this one here. The builder is always going to give you the width and the height. And if you need to refer back to their size chart, but I'm going to just say this is 10.5. I never adjust my height. So my aspect ratio is always locked. I never adjust the height, just the width. I don't like when my images are disproportionate, so I don't touch that at all. And then this is going to give me one, but let's say that you needed two. You can duplicate this. There we go. And it's going to automatically give you the space in between every time. Okay. So if you know you need 4 of these for your shirts at the 10 inches, cool. But let's say you don't, I'm just going to hit delete. And let's say I need some that are, I don't know, 5 inches. The system is automatically going to move these things for you. This is easier than using Canva. And then you would just do save and add to cart and keep it moving. So don't touch anything up here, because if you do, I ain't gonna know what you're talking about. But if you need more space, let's say you're like, oh, it's not gonna fit, then just change the size to the preloaded sizes in there. And you also can mix and match the ones that are in the gallery as well. So if you want to add some of these to your gang sheet. So sometimes that is easier for people. And then save and add to cart. Print anyway. No low resolution images. There we go. So it's telling me that nothing is overlapping. Nothing's overlap on my artboard and everything is cool. And you're gonna save and add to cart. And really, that's it. And she said it keeps up with your past designs too. So that's it. Y'all got questions? Because I got answers. I will print what is supplied, but I won't print. I will print what is supplied. Um, so you don't really. I'm trying to legally say this. I will print what is supplied, but I do not supply copyright images. Yep. So that should explain it on how to do it. It's so much easier. Can I arrange a gang sheet? Yes. Do I want to? Absolutely not. I hate arranging gang sheets. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it bad. That's one of my least favorite things to do is actually arrange a gang sheet. I don't know why. I'd rather not. But if I can show you how to do it and then you're able to do it on your own, it honestly saves a lot of time. Um, because you're able to maneuver how you want to maneuver. Hey Nina. Any questions? I'm trying to read your questions. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So hopefully that helps. If nothing else, just refer to the size chart that's on there. It makes it completely easier for you if you don't know. Like I said, if you ask me like what size would I make the back, I do not like giving sizes outside the size chart because I don't like being held liable. I want nobody saying you told, I ain't tell you nothing. If you've been using 10 inches for that size, I want you to do what you've been doing. I just don't want to hold no liability. So just do whatever has been working for you. You do need a heat press to adhere them. The UV DTF. I offer UV DTF. It works exactly the same. I would recommend using the builder. The same images are in there as well. I thought I gotta put the praying girls in there. Let me do that too. No, you can't request half. That's a good question, Vonda. Vonda said, can you request half and half? No, because it's priced upon the square footage of each printer and the cost materials. So it might cost me more, on one printer than it would on the next. So no, it's just based upon the square footage. But that is a good question. Yeah, my allergy is tearing me up. Anything else? We got it. We got the concept. Not too shabby. It's super easy. And pre-made ones, I don't have anything coming up. I will start doing back to school. That will start shortly. I'm gonna try my hardest with the back to school images to mix it up. The one thing with the pre-made gang sheets, the issue I run into is it don't be enough for everybody. It be like you got second grade, you got fifth, or you got fifth grade, but I need 12. I'd rather just put them into the gang sheet builder and you choose from those images. Or when I do pre-made, it's like, well, what if I don't want this one, but I want this one? I don't like running into any of that. I'd rather just throw them things in the builder. You put exactly what you want on there at the exact size you want it at. Um, and it saves because when I do the pre-made gang sheets, they are cheaper. I will say that when I do pre-made gang sheets. So if it's originally 60, I knock it down to like $45, $40 sometimes. UV is anything that is not clothing. So UV is everything else but clothing. So that's what you put on. So I always just say like UV is kind of like the regular vinyl. We got HTV vinyl, so the H is for heat, and then you have regular vinyl. The UV is for I don't recommend putting it on cars, but anything that is not apparel. So it's like, do you want to put this on there? That's what it's like. You want to put this on that? Like, are you sure you want to? That's how I do UVDTF. You sure you want to put on the car? Are you sure you want to put it on a laptop? And it does not need to be sealed. UVDTF is not. It does not need to be sealed. It is So it's just a big sticker. So decals are stickers, essentially. DTF is for clothing. But that's a good question. Any other questions before I get off of here? I'm about to upload that tutorial. Like I said, I just finished. Once that one gets to 10,000 views, like the other one, um, I'm gonna say but when it gets 10,000 views, I will do a life size cutout, and then we'll just keep going from there. And then I'll stick to my schedule of my sublimation and all that other stuff. That's all I have, guys. I'm getting ready to end the wonderful live stream. If you have any questions, let me know. My website is SEVEN, so the word seven, and then 16printing.com. And that is how you arrange a gang sheets in Canva. Let me throw it on the screen real quick. Give me that is so cute. So yeah, there we go. There's me in that left hand corner right there. That's the website. So I will see you guys Friday. See you Friday. Yes, you can upload your own images into the builder. It is on, I don't even remember. It's on that left-hand side. Builder. Eyes is burning. You're welcome. Right here. upload my images, and wherever your images are, that's where you would grab them from on your computer. So, yep, you can upload your own, or you can use the images that I have in the gallery. And there's 17 pages. My goodness. So I have 17 pages of images to choose from as well. You're welcome. You're welcome.